Yo, it's your boy AJ. I'm here with Rage. We about to break down this Mavs Pelicans game. Kevin Durant got injured tonight. Luka Doncic got injured tonight.
Brandon Ingram got injured
Brandon
tonight.
Ingram got injured tonight. Oh, a whole bunch of injuries, a whole lot of things to talk about. So you're not tuned in. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe. It's Hoops World.
Hoops World.
Right here, the king is like, hey, guess what? I'm still the king.
I hit the streets just to get a bag. I pack, he got toe tagged. I punched the nigga for shorty. I'm John Woo with the 40. You not gang nor the homie.
I'm fine,
Don't
I'm
blow
blessed.
me, no, you don't know me. Gang shit, members only. You wasn't there, I was lonely. You wasn't there, I was lonely. Dog nights, blicky on me. I was just stacking my commas up. Head down, trying to run it up. These niggas be steady, be clocking me like the D.
Yeah. Again, hit that like button, subscribe, man. This is Hoops World. What a game. What a game, man. A lot of stuff in the NBA happened tonight. And it's just we got a lot to talk about tonight, man. But we had the pleasure of watching this Mavs Pelicans game. Now it was 24-24 in the first quarter. Luka actually looked really good in the first quarter, man. I liked how he was moving the ball. I mean, he was creating a lot of open looks for Dwight Powell in the paint. I just look Luka was being Luka, and then but let me put this out there too. Luka, you gotta stop complaining to the refs, bro. Like Rage, you gotta talk about that because Luka got his 15 tech in the first quarter of this game. I think he like almost a floater, and then he looked at the ref or complained, and the ref gave him a tech. Like, how do you feel about Luka's constant complaining?
I feel like Luka would get more calls if he didn't complain every second. I don't. I like his game. Obviously, he's a great player, but sometimes it hurts to watch because it's like, bro, you got to just go up with it.
Yeah, bro. Because I'm like, I texted you. I'm like, bro, because I thought it was his 16th. I thought Luke was gonna get suspended for another game, or for a game, because that's the rules with 16 techs. I was like, he's gonna get suspended, but it was ended up being his 15th. So, Mavs fans, you're good. I guess for one more game, it's bound to happen, though, right? Is it bound to happen?
But they're good for one more game. But yeah, he's hurt though.
Yeah, he's hurt. Yeah, he's hurt. So,
You might as well would have picked up that 16th
might
today.
as well just hit the 16th, right? So again, he had 10 points, 4 assists, getting Powell a lot of easy looks in that first quarter. Trey Murphy was really on the other side. Trey Murphy was really explosive in that first quarter. He was really good for the Pelicans. He had 5 points. Brandon Ingram was good. He had 8 points. So it was 24-24 in the first quarter. Second quarter comes. It was a 12-2 run by the Pelicans. They go up by 10. This second quarter, I just think like what caused the Pelicans run again. It was Brandon Ingram was really good, but I think tonight the Pelicans' length and size just irritated Kyrie and Luka. I think that's just what was the key defensively because I know they started face guarding Kyrie and Luka. But talk about that second quarter, bro. What did the Pelicans do to the Mavs basically to kind of slow them down and make this run?
Yeah, it was good. Obviously, their length was
Yeah,
disturbing him a little bit, and you know what? They were able to really get their offensive game right too,
yeah,
because you know what? The Mavs obviously don't have that great of a defense, and it was easy to
yeah,
attack.
yeah,
Right? I liked what I saw out of Jackson Hayes tonight. I think Trey Murphy was good. Brandon Ingram was him,
yeah,
and you know what? Everyone played. Everyone played solid. I really like Herb Jones's game. When he gets that three down, he is gonna be insane. That's all he needs,
yeah,
because Herb
yeah.
Jones has a good offensive game outside
No,
of the 3 point. Because we still at least he's going for the threes and he's still practicing and trying to get better at that. Because if he gets there, it's unbelievable. Because he's great on
yeah.
the defensive side of the thing,
He did a
defensive side of the
great
ball.
job on Luka tonight, bro. We gotta give him credit. And Pelicans fans, he's a good, like I said, he's a good defender because a lot of times I saw him on Luka and Kyrie. He was just being a menace on the defensive end. Great
And
yeah.
the
But
Pelicans, right? When Luka's going up against a team like that, like I said, it hurts to watch Luka sometimes because he wasn't really able to do anything. He was able to get
yeah,
some passes in there to Dwight Powell, but
yeah.
besides that, it was a little bit it.
So halftime comes, it's 59-43. Um, Mavs are down. Now, third quarter comes, CJ McCollum caught fire. CJ was good in that third quarter too. Now we go to the third quarter, right? Luka. This is the funny part because Luka was getting his thigh. He had a thigh strain. I think it happened a week ago or something like that. And you see Luka on the sideline, Jason Kidd, and they're tying his thigh, right? So he's limping. He's been kind of laboring the whole game. By the third quarter comes, and I think he like strained it. he pointed to Jason Kidd because I'm watching the broadcast, right? He pointed to Jason Kidd, he's like, "Yo, take me out, take me out." And it looked like Jason Kidd didn't even like look at him, like he was just like, nah, you're staying in." But like I said, God bless Luca, he did stay in and try to play through it. Well, how'd you feel at that moment when Luca got hurt in the third, bro?
It's tough. I mean, he's been playing through an injury, and I guess this was the game where he just ended up going down and he just left. And it sucks because he was at the end of the game. He mentioned, well, someone was talking to him, a reporter was talking to him, and he said he wasn't feeling good and he's planning to get an MRI. So
Yeah,
that's not good news,
yeah.
right? Hope he.
Yeah, the plan to get
gets
an
well.
MRI tomorrow on his left thigh strain, and then he said he was asked immediately after the game how he was feeling, and he said not good, favoring the left leg slightly as he walked in for media. So yeah, it's a scary moment for the Mavs fans. I mean, I think Luka's going to come out of this okay, but again, and you think about the standings, the West is so
And they
close,
just lost.
and they just lost, so it's even more of a burden for you put that burden on Kyrie to basically
And then you
stop.
got to rely on your role players who aren't reliable at all. I mean, if you have to, you just played Davis Bertans for the first time in what 98 games,
Yeah,
and then you're still playing Theo Pinson. Good God, and you're still trying to figure out everything, right? Who knows how many more games Tim Hardaway Jr. can give you
yeah,
of really good 3-point shooting. Obviously, we know he's a 3-point shooter, but I mean,
yeah.
how consistent is that really gonna be?
Yeah. So in the like I said, halftime came. It was 59-43. Third quarter comes. The Mavs were just basically fighting to stay in the game, but they stayed in it. When Luka went out, they stayed in it. Now at the end of the third quarter, they got hit by a run. It was 83-65. Five players in the Pelicans were in double digits, so very balanced scoring for the Pelicans. Fourth quarter comes, the Mavs make a run, cut the lead, and then we're like in the fourth quarter. I remember I texted you, bro. I was like, "Yo, this is a game now," because the Mavs just made a run, and I thought it was basically over. But what was your feeling in that fourth quarter, bro? I mean, Kyrie, we know you texted me yourself. I'm waiting for Mr. Fourth Quarter, and
Hey, he was starting to turn up a little bit, but then CJ McCollum,
oh
CJ
yeah,
McCollum had
yeah,
some words for him. He did.
he did.
Kyrie didn't honestly. He was. My only problem with Kyrie is that it takes him a little bit to really get going. And sometimes I feel like he has to really involve himself more.
Yeah,
That's the problem he had in Brooklyn as well.
yeah,
But I just think he needs to involve himself more. And now with Luka most likely being out multiple games going forward, I'm interested to see how Kyrie will work as the first option on
yeah,
that team, because obviously we know it did work in Brooklyn, but he had his downs. He had
yeah.
his downs
He
when
did.
when Katie went down.
Yeah,
So it's going to be interesting, especially now, and it matters more than ever because they're one game above 500, 34-33. You just lost tonight, and now Luka's out for who knows? Who
yeah,
knows?
yeah, yeah. And one last point, I think this dunk right here, this dunk by this rookie, Jaden Hardy, right? Yeah, Jaden. He this changed the momentum of the game right there, bro. I feel like this was an underrated part because the Mavs could have laid down, and then when this dunk happened on Jackson Hayes, I just feel like a little bit of momentum just stirred, and the Mavs made that big run in the fourth. Thanks to and then Kyrie got hot, Tim Hardaway was hitting buckets, and it was a game down the stretch. But then it was just too much. They were fighting through that whole
CJ McCollum was
CJ
him.
McCollum. Yeah, they were fighting down. They're fighting, but they just couldn't do it in the end. But
But it still sucks for the Pelicans though, because now Brandon Ingram went down. He
yeah,
left. He was out for the whole second half because of an ankle sprain. And now you're without Brandon Ingram and you're without Zion for
Zion.
at
Yeah,
least 2 more weeks for Zion.
yeah.
So now what? Like this team is still a playing team. But I mean that with Zion being hurt, I mean, I feel like that's the highest that they can be right now,
Yeah,
especially given that the West is so jam packed.
yeah,
I don't know. You just gotta hope you're able to get a healthy season of the team. But I think fully healthy, this team really is scary. You
yeah.
just gotta you have to get to the healthy part, which
We gotta get
stinks.
to the
But
healthy part. Yeah, fully healthy. Actually, the Pelican ceiling is high for me. I mean, I think they can go up there if they're fully healthy. Zion, Bi, CJ all at the same time, and then you got
you
Herb
still got
Jones,
Trey Murphy. If Herb Jones gets a three, but
Yeah,
he's still a demon.
this is a great team for the Pelican side. Now, same way with the Mavs, it's like you're gonna wait, see if Luka come back. You're still trying to figure out the whole Luka Kyrie dynamic. The defense with the Mavs is going to
And you
be
still have to worry about the help of the role players.
yeah. And every time I watch the Mavs, I'm like, yo, it's like they have to outscore you to basically beat you. That's what happens, right? It's like they have to
And it did
outscore.
not work at all tonight. I think they had like 60-some points going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Let's talk about KD real quick. So KD got hurt, man, and it slipped. I think it was like they said the court was slippery. Shams put out a report. He said KD was out for the game because he slipped pregame workouts. Now I saw on Suns Twitter that they were like, I think KD or something like that finished the workout and then went to the locker room. So I saw it on Suns Twitter. I don't know the legit of it, but what do you think
Yeah,
about that, man?
he was told to be working out like 10 minutes after that happened.
After he
rolled
slipped.
He rolled his ankle. That's what he did. And it didn't look nice either, but he at least finished the workout, so that's
Yeah.
cool. I mean, I saw a clip of him just shooting and him moving around a little bit after that happened. He looked fine.
Okay, he was good.
I don't see him out for multiple
Because I
games.
think the way that the way the slip happened and the way that Shams worded it, it looked like a little bit of like, whoa, what's going on? That's why everybody was so shocked about what happened. I'm like, wait, he's out because of a slip? There's no
And it
way.
was home debut, bro.
Yeah, his home debut. I'm like, oh my God. So
Yeah.
prayers to KD, he's gonna be back. He's gonna maybe like a couple 2 or 3 games, I'm gonna assume. But
Maybe
yeah,
who
maybe two
knows?
games.
Maybe
Yeah,
I honestly think like if he was able to finish the workout and he didn't look too like I don't know. Maybe he just he does do a good job of
yeah.
like, oh my gosh.
The ankle is crazy.
But a lot of his injuries, he does do a good job of trying to like fight it off, and he just doesn't make a face. Like when he tore his Achilles, he made no face at all.
Yeah, true.
But
True.
he was able to finish the workout. At least you're able to get that. It would have been a lot worse if he would just immediately walked off the court. That would have been bad. At least he finished the workout. I don't see him being out long at all. I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And they had a really good game. I think Booker went off again.
Yeah. Appreciate you guys, man, for watching. Make sure you guys, again, like and subscribe. Also, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at HoopsWorld0. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching.